Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. This is another segment of Diamond Overreacts. So, unfortunately guys, I have bad news. The plane that was lost or they was not able to locate in Alaska has been found, and it does appear that there was a crash that took place over the high waters of the over Alaska, in which I think 3 individuals was found inside of the plane deceased, and the other 7 bodies have not been recovered. But it's in the wreckage. I'm not sure if they're gonna look to, retrieve them, or allow them to just kind of come as they come. But it's just sad all around, y'all. I don't know what's going on with the aircraft and aviation of the world, but we got to pray for the United States. We got to pray for we got to pray for the world at this moment, because it is so unfortunate that so many people has been losing their lives and being injured by, the airplanes and things like that. So, it's really unfortunate, but there are no survivors at this time.
We begin tonight with that mystery disappearance of a passenger plane in Alaska. We have just learned there are reports now it's just been found. The plane had vanished with 10 people on board, the 3rd major aviation incident in 9 days. These are the images coming in at this hour. Just moments ago, the Coast Guard finding the plane 34 miles southeast of Nome. At least 3 bodies have been found inside the wreckage so far. The FAA tonight saying the plane, operated by Bering Air, was flying over the Bering Sea on its way to Nome. Flight data showing a steep drop in altitude before all contact was suddenly lost. The Coast Guard searching Norton Sound, the flight about 12 miles from shore when it vanished. The plane flying in low visibility, snow and gusting winds. ABC's Trevor Alt leads us off on the break.
I'm sorry guys, that's very concerning to me, because why was the plane flying in low visibility, gusting winds, and so much snow? That's dangerous conditions. So why was it flying in those conditions, those weather conditions? It's just a little concerning.
News.
Tonight, that tragic discovery. The Coast Guard says they found the wreckage of a plane that vanished over the open water in Alaska. They believe all 10 people on board are. Authorities releasing this image of the mangled plane on the sea ice. The Coast Guard saying it was spotted overhead by helicopter. The Bering Air single-engine Cessna took off from Unalakleet shortly after 2:30 Thursday afternoon, headed for Nome. But about 40 minutes into the flight, the plane disappearing from radar over the Norton Sound, about 12 miles from shore.
Low altitude alert, Bering Air 445. Check your altitude immediately.
Seconds later,
Bering Air 445, Anchorage Center, radar contact lost.
This aircraft experienced some kind of event which caused them to experience a rapid loss in elevation and a rapid loss in speed.
this time-lapse video from hours after the plane vanished shows snowy conditions at the Nome airport where the plane was headed. ATC telling the pilot the runway was temporarily closed as the plane approached.
One of the things that the NTSB will look at, was there a problem? Did the aircraft ice up, and did that lead to a loss of control?
It's the third major aviation incident in just over a week. Last Wednesday, 67 people mid-air crashed between an Army helicopter and an American Airlines plane in Washington, D.C. In the last 24 hours, crews lifting the Black Hawk out of the river amid reports a key safety system was turned off before the collision. Last Friday, a medical transport jet crashing in Philadelphia, people in all. Voice recorder found 8 feet deep inside that crater.
And David, back to that Alaskan plane crash. We have now heard from the Coast Guard that this was located 34 miles southeast of Nome, its intended destination. You see all the snow and ice there. While this investigation is still ongoing, FAA data does show this aircraft has a history of icing problems, David.
Yeah, just a horrific scene there and an unsettling week and a half for sure in aviation. Trevor Alt.
Wow. So the aircraft actually have a history of those issues. I don't know. It's an all-around tragic and scary situation, even mentioning the other ones that have occurred. And it sounded like he said one of the important or critical parts of the plane was turned off prior to the landing or prior to the collision. Those are the type of things that I listen to and I pay attention to, because why was that critical part turned off prior to then? It's like so many different questions that we must unpack and try to understand what's really going on. And I mean, maybe it's not our for us to try to figure out, but it's becoming a little baffling. Like, what is really going on? It consistently back to back plane crashes. Something is just, a little off, but let's keep going, guys. Meet me in the comment section and just tell me what you guys think is going on with everything that, with all the air, issues, like all the plane crashes and the aviation problems and things like that. Like, what do you guys think is appearing? It's like we've had about four or five, and we are only in February of 2025. That's so scary. It's like I want to keep feet to earth at this point, because it's like traveling is fun. You want to see the other parts of the earth, but when you're seeing all these tragedies happening back to back, and it's unexplained without a cause, it does kind of raise eyebrows. Like, what is really going on? Are we under attack? Are these just coincidental? It's just a lot that kind of raises eyebrows. But at the end of the day, we can't live out scared, and we can't live our lives in fear. We just got to know that we're protected by God. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Again, my condolences goes to everyone that lost their lives in this tragedy and any other tragedy that has occurred within this past few weeks or so. Yeah, it's really sad, y'all. So I thank you guys so much for tuning in to this video. And as I say now, and I always will say, be blessed, eliminate stress, and stay genuine, guys, and definitely stay prayed up. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.